So this is back to our overall site plan for the whole area that we have been working on as a whole team. Along all of our designers and planners and engineers, we've also had a team of economists and financial consultant and cost estimation consultants who've helped us to price and all of the ideas that we've put forward on many different levels. Looking at the underground work required for infrastructural and civil work, as much as the pavement themselves, as much as the buildings that are being on top. That's just looking at construction, but we've also carefully detailed the cost that it will take to maintain and repair and operate all those different assets on the sites. We've looked at how much staff will be required to operate and maintain those different facilities. Like cleaning bathrooms and cutting up speakers, or snow plowing, and a whole range of other cleaning of garbage, looking at all of those different activities. We've also looked at the cost of repair for simply, buildings just getting old and need reparation. And we've priced all of this into an overall, first of all, construction cost, then operation and maintenance cost, and then total project cost. And we are looking at a total project cost of up to $140 million. So once we proceeded with this cost estimation, we then looked at how could we help the city think in terms of phasing. And if we were to take the river walk only, there seemed to be a good logic in terms of phasing the construction and cost, where we could decide that the first phase of work will be to create this yellow zone you see there by connecting to the Woonasquatucket Greenway and realizing this pedestrian and bike access through the river walks, and to build also the bridge connector. So creating this almost umbilical cord from the different part of the city through. This will also mean some level of changes to Memory Boulevard on its curb to accommodate this new crossing. So that could be phase one. And during that phase one, the river walks themselves can be left as they are today. And all we will have to do is just accommodate a ramp going down from the new construction. And that could go on for 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, if we wish to. The river walk will continue to flood, and it will get worse over time, certainly. So there's certainly a time after which it would be great to start constructing the river walk and design that we have put forth. So that could become a phase 2 and a phase 3 potentially. Phase 2 by potentially creating the whole basin there, but vastly increasing capacity for people to come and go to events and enjoy the basin. And then phase 3 of building the south and east and north of the east side of the Riverwalk. So that could be one way of looking at the phasing for the Riverwalk. Then looking at the greater Kennedy Plaza, we also seem to see a certain logic of how to break up the project and its total cost by maybe doing as a phase one. I'm saying maybe, remember, because we've only worked up to a 30% design. That's the scope of our contract. Of course, more work needs to be done to go to 100%. So more of those phasing and cost estimation need to be done. But what we think today is that for the Greater Kennedy Plaza, that we could, as a very first step, close the east approach and Washington Street for the cars and buses, and to build the new rink and interactive water feature along with maybe one or two of the islands, and also what we call the liner building, which will be a small building aimed to serve the operation of the rink at first. and with some new paving as well. The other element that could be connected in that first phase could be to make a shading and lighting structure over what we call free space, or the old ring location. Once that being done, which we believe will be a pretty significant improvement to the whole Kennedy Plaza, it will completely, radically change, I think, our experience of Kennedy Plaza today, hopefully in a positive way. And then the project could be expanded over the years by building what we call the big shade structure to the east, renovating the trolley station in front of the city hall, the relocation of the monument. So all of that could be maybe thought of as a phase 2. And then a phase 3 could be to complete the whole project with new vegetation and the completion of the islands around free space. So that could be an approach, potentially. More work to be done on that front, for sure. Another aspect that we have worked on with for the city, we consulted with our financial experts, and we've also provided the city with a toolbox of potential financing options, ranging from fully public funded project to grant application. There could be some areas, for example, that will apply very well to this project, for like resiliency, for example, the renovation of the river walks, or the way stormwater is being managed on Kennedy Plaza, could certainly be packaged into a grant application for that topic. We've also entertained and presented some approach to the city in how potentially to involve also the private sector. That was just us suggesting some thoughts as a toolbox for the city to consider.